Photography has three fundamental parts: shutter speed, aperture, and the ISO. Now we take a closer look at the aperture, which by definition is nothing but an adjustable hole in the camera through which light travels in the lens all the way to the camera sensor. The wider the aperture, or hole you can say, the higher the amount of light that hits the sensor and vice versa. Aperture is measured in f numbers or f-stops. These figures have inverse relation with the physical aperture size, with low f-stop values designed to mean that the aperture is wide open, and as you increase the f-stop value, the diaphragm adjusts itself to let through lower amount of light. So that brings us to the question, why does aperture matter actually? Well, it has several different applications and unlocks the full potential of the photography. It directly controls how bright or dark your photos would look like depending on the set aperture. With low f-stop values, photos are exposed bright and is ideal for low light situations, while with low apertures or higher f-stop values, photos are darker and is necessary on a sunny day where photos usually get overexposed. Another notable feature offered by the aperture is the depth of field, which deals directly with the camera focus. So there are two types of depths: shallow depth of field and the deep depth of field. So basically, depth of field is the sharpness of the image from the front to the back as seen in the two-dimensional output image. Shallow depth means a minor part of the image is in focus and the rest, which mainly is the background, is blurred, and deep depth means most parts of the image is in focus, sharp from front to back. When your aperture is set to lower f-stops, a shallow depth of field is produced in the image, and thus higher f-stops mean the background is in much focus, retaining its sharpness as that of the front object. This can be very effective in creating bokeh effects in the low f-stop setting. I know this seems pretty much confusing at the beginning, but it's easier than it sounds. So you just need a bit of practice here to get the hang of it. Change the camera mode to aperture priority, which can be found in the toggle. Keep practicing here, or you can choose to switch to the manual mode and experiment with the neighboring settings. Now say cheese!